in Argentina. Beautiful weather. Clouds are just a few on the sky, and it is now everything set for this title decider, in which we will go through with no less than 6 drivers targeting the title. Qualifying session will go on in a matter of seconds. Here is Rosso on 358 and Matias Rossi on 331. These are the ones that will go for the crown. This is a very interesting circuit in which we will have some really good action in this title decider as we come through from the free practice that was led by Rafael Reis, followed by Matias Rossi. As we'll hear from our pit reporter Mariano Colombo, saying buenas tardes and boa tarde. Tomorrow we will know the champion. And we have 5 drivers battling for the title. And following the controversy, pero se va a estar definiendo mañana. Sin embargo, lo que va a pasar aquí en instantes nada más va a ser obviamente muy importante para definir la grilla de largada en este Gran Premio Paladini aquí en Rosario. We will have the drivers coming up into the track in a matter of seconds. This will be the last qualifying session of the season, and it will be time in and we'll have now the cars are on track. And we are going through the last qualifying session of the season. This is Q1 going on in Rosario. We come from the free practice that was led by Rafael Reis with 139.2. 14 cars are today on track. We have the return of 2022 champion Fabrizio Pezzini. Here is Pedro Cardoso, the Brazilian driver from PMO Racing, a team that got punished for some issue found in the launch control. The team claims that it hasn't been influenced by any movements they might have done in the car. But it is still what has given them the possibility of having both cars disqualified, and that's allowed Juan Manuel Casella to arrive to this round in the top of the standings. One of the another candidates, Juan Angel Rosso, for Palladini Racing. We have 3 teams involved in the title decider. Here's the Toyota of Thiago Vivacqua. Oh, Vivacqua is off. You see the car stopping on track. This is Oscar Fineschi, one of the team principals of PMO Racing, alongside his son Damian, former racing driver himself in Argentina, as we have the 20 minutes going on. Here's Cardoso going through to open a lap. We'll go on board with him. We will listen to the noise, the sound of the car. Pedro Cardoso going for his first flying lap. 139.6. This is a quite relevant lap time. It's 4/10 off what we saw in free practice from Rafael Reyes. Four tenths behind is Damian Fineschi, who takes the wheel of one of the Peugeots in PMO Racing. We also have Fabrizio Pezzini in one of the Cupras in W2 Pro GP alongside Rafael Reyes and Galit Osman. And then we have Cardoso, possibly in a cool-down lap, as now we have Rodrigo Baptista on top, leading the standings. Fineschi is in third, Rosso in fourth, Casella in fifth. Back in sixth is Enrique Maglione, and then no lap times. Fabian Gianantonis one is not relevant at all. Leonel Pernia going to close the lap, and he is opening a flying lap. This is Baptista, Rodrigo Baptista, the Brazilian. In this thrilling "14 minutes remaining." We got here Baptista. Leonel Pernia on his way to close the lap also. Pernia in the faster part of the track. Pernia turning out in the last corner coming out onto the main straight. We'll see how high he can climb in the standings. Bernia moves up to 4th place, 4/10 of a second off the pace. In his first flying lap, we have still yet to get lap times from Reis, Pezzini, Osman, Rossi, and Vivacqua. Rafael Reis is there, about to head on track. We'll see which is his first lap time. If it's no, it was an installation lap, and now he went through his flying lap. Matias Rossi is now, he's yet to set a lap time. The same for Pezzini, Reis, and Thiago Vivacqua. Matias Rossi moving up to 2nd place, the only within a 10th of a second from Bautista. Matias Cravero moved up to 3rd in a very solid performance. The Argentinian that is giving really, really big shows when he goes on track for Squadra Martino. Juan Angel Rosso here. And this is 2nd place, Matias Rossi. We need now the times from Pezzini, and we'll see what Vivacqua does. Could get back to the pits at least and see what happened. We have now Pedro Cardoso on board. Back in the pits. Another 43. Then Antoni coming out on track. He would be going through to Q2. Still in 12th place. Fabrizio Pezzini moves up to 11th. Di Cupra, Pezzini, the 2022 champion. Reigning champion is Ignacio Montenegro for conquered the TCR Spain title. He was ranked 3rd in TCR Europe and also in the gold medal in the FIA Motorsport Games. There is Fabian Gianantoni. There is Sonia Fineschi sending out on track the car with 36. He's replacing Rafael Suzuki, who's not on track this time. Neither is Thiago Pernia, who made his debut in the past round in Termas de Rio Hondo. Neither is Bautista Damiani, who their debut. Cross on board, and now it's Sonia Fineschi. As far as now, we have Enrique Maglione and Thiago Vivacqua knocked out Gravel race. He's out here in second sector. And he now heads into the pit lane. Seven minutes remaining in the clock. Damian Fineschi moving up to fifth place now. Bezzini is still in 11th. Aveiro and Cardoso closed laps and they could not improve apparently. Fabian Giannaturi now moving up to 10th. The only knocked out driver is Enrico Maglioni, as then Thiago Vivacqua back to the garage apparently. For Manuel Casella, comfortably going through to Q2, possibly not giving everything. Drivers here simply need to go through to Q2. Still having a runoff. Enrique Maglione here giving his last attempt, 2.2 seconds behind. As far as now, we have all the candidates getting through to Q2. We thought it would be that way. We expected it to be that way. There's Enrique Maglione. Back on the garage is Damian Fineschi from sixth position. Getting some air in the radiators. Of the race in 11th. Not in danger of being knocked out because Maglione is a long way behind and can't. Not likely that he improves over a second from a lap to another. But it is certainly not the best of situations for the Cupra. The race is here. Coming out on the main straights. See if he improves anything. He goes up to third place. Very solid lap by Race. Last 2 minutes in this qualifying. Pedro Cardoso in fifth place. Very calm. Cardoso also trying to improve his lap time. See if he can move a bit up. One minute remaining. Cardoso not going into the pits. Almost losing the car in the last turn. There he goes to complete the lap and moves up to first place with a long way, over 2/10 of a second, almost 3/10. Fabrizio Pezzini was in 10th. Mattias Rossi is pretty much on it. In third. See if this last lap allows an improvement as the checker flag is now down. Pedro Cardoso remains at the top, followed by Baptista, Rossi, Reis, Cravero, Castella, Fineschi, Osman, Pernia, Pezzini, Juan Angel Rosso, and Fabian Gianantuoni. It was not possible for Enrique Maglione to go through. Diego Iacqua is there in 14th and last. This is Q1, and it is Pedro Cardoso leading the pack. Vivacqua couldn't score any lap. Q1 has 12 drivers moving into the next round in Q3. Here is our standings. Pedro Cardoso, 139.167, followed by Rodrigo Baptista and Matias Rossi. Rafael Reis in fourth, Cravero in fifth, Juan Manuel Casella, the standings leader, in sixth, Damian Fineschi, Gali Dosman, Leonel Pernian, Fabrizio Pezzini, rounding out the top 10. There's Juan Angel Rosso, Fabian Gianantoni, heading into Q2, Enrique Maglene knocked out alongside Thiago Vivacqua. And we have 4 cars, 4 different models in the 4 places up. We are live from Rosario City in Argentina, hometown of football legend Lionel Messi. Home of one of the most important football derbies in Argentina. One in Rosario. And Pedro Cardoso really showing his guts in an excellent way. And this is our pit lane today. There's Matias Rossi heading into the garage. And we're now heading through to the
Juan Manuel Casella, puntero del campeonato. Juanma, ¿cómo encontraste la pista?
Juan Manuel Casella, how did you find the track? We have to take easy the Q2 and keep on scoring. The track will not be crowded, will not be packed. And that's what he says. As you see the championship on screen, it will be time to find now our pole sitter. Casella, Cardoso, Reyes, and Rosso, the top four, followed by Rossi, the five drivers that have chances of lifting the trophy. Engines are starting again. And so we have there Thiago Vivacqua speaking to his engineer and trying to find how they will try to turn this around. And here is the teams and cars ready. Pedro Cardoso here waiting to go out on track as we are reaching 5:36 p.m. in Argentina. One of the 5 title contenders. Come with us now for Q2 as we wait for the drivers to head out on track and see who gets pole position. Drivers are about to come on track. Here is Juan Angel Rosso heading out onto the track. Pretty much at the hometown of Palladini Racing. And now the 12 cars head out on track all together. Lionel Pernilla, Rafael Reis, Rodrigo Baptista, Matías Cravero. And here is Pedro Cardoso, the contender for the title. This is Damián Fineschi. Lionel Pernilla, Rafael Reis, Baptista, Cravero, and the standings leader Juan Casella in this row of cars. There's Matias Rossi holding back Fabrizio Pezzini, and then the other two Toyotas from Palladini Racing. Fineschi opening his lap. And now it's time to start all the flying laps in this 12 contestants in Q2. Fineschi now approaching. Cardoso in the flying lap. We go on board with Cardoso. Cardoso improving what we saw in Q1. Pernilla in second, Rossi in third, Reis, Cravero, Baptista, Fineschi, Rosso. Casella not any strong in his first attempt unless he is speculating with heading into into the reverse grid pole. Juan Casella there. 5 minutes and a half. There's Casella with his 9th place yet, not any happy. We don't see Gali Dosman on track. He didn't head out on track. His car is there in the garage, so we can see him. He didn't go out on track unless he's going for only one attempt. Something we'll have to see if it happens. This is Osman heading out on track, finally. There it is. Now the chance for Gali Dosman. He will finally open it up. For some reason, he waited until the last moment, and here's the rest of the pack. Heading on track in the last 3 minutes in the final qualifying session of the year. Osman here in his likely to be only single attempts, taking the last turn now in Rosario. This is the Juan Manuel Fangio circuits, taking a wide exit in the last turn. Jumps over the curb, and there he goes, Gali Dosman. We'll see how high he can climb in his first and only flying lap attempts, unless he goes for 2 straight laps, which doesn't seem exactly likely. There it is, Osman. Gali Dosman here. Pernia moves up to second. Osman, we'll see which is his chance, as he won't have any more time. He will need to go all for this one. And Osman takes 10th place. That would give him the reverse grid pole, and that will be really important, as he would have to battle for his teammates, confronting Juan Manuel Casella in the starting grid of row 1. in race number 2, which will decide the title. Race takes 4th place, and this is the checker flag for everybody. Pedro Cardoso will take pole position. There is Leonel Pernilla heading back to the pits, aborting his last lap. That's Oscar Fineschi, the team manager of PMO Racing, father of Damian Fineschi. And Pedro Cardoso is our pole sitter for the final time in the year. Matias Rossi takes 2nd. Pernilla is in 3rd. Rafael Reyes in 4th. Matias Craver in 5th. Rodrigo Baptista in 6th. Damian Fineschi in 7th. Juan Angel Rosso in 8th place. Juan Casella in 9th. And Gali Dosman in 10th place, getting reverse grid pole position. Fabrizio Pezzini and Fabian Gianantoni are knocked out of the top 10. So they will start 11th and 12th, respectively, in both races. Here's our pole sitter. Here is Pedro Cardoso. Here is the results qualifying session. Pedro Cardoso takes the pole, 1/10 ahead of Matias Rossi. Pernilla is in 3rd. Rafael Reyes, another candidate to the title, in 4th, followed by Matias Cravero, Rodrigo Baptista, Damian Fineschi, Juan Angel Rosso, Juan Manuel Casella, the standings leader, in 9th, and Gali Dosman in 10th place. Cardoso with this moves just 3 points behind Juan Casella. This is Pedro Cardoso celebrating with his team as we are now he's been congratulated. You are an ace. This is what people from PMO Racing said to Pedro Cardoso, celebrating with his mechanics family. Our final pole sitter of the year is Pedro Cardoso. Pole position has been
Estamos con Pedro Cardoso, la pole position para la carrera aquí en Rosario.
won by Pedro
Recibe
Cardoso.
el reloj de Seiko al quedarse con
He
el mejor
receives
tiempo. Ahí vemos el
the
saludo.
watch.
Pedro, felicitaciones para Benz, un tiempo increíble.
Congratulations, Pedro.
La mitad del trabajo está hecho con este resultado.
Half of the job is done.
A 3 puntos, obviamente queda la definición de mañana.
And you reduce the gap to 3 points.
Para el sábado. Aún nada,
Couldn't be better.
pero un buen sitio para empezar mañana a ganar la primera. Obviamente Casella con
It's
una
great to
buena
start
largada en la segunda.
and thinking about winning the first race tomorrow.
Ahora voy a hablar un poco en portugués. Bom, muito feliz.
I'm really happy,
Não tá
he
feito
says,
toda
prior
a
to switch into Portuguese.
Não tinha como ser melhor no sábado, pegando esses 10 pontos, tirando um pouquinho da diferença pro Casella, agora são só 3 pontos. Tentar ganhar essa primeira corrida amanhã, eu acho que é de extrema importância. E aí na segunda corrida, o Casella tem uma boa posição de largada, é tentar chegar o mais próximo dele possível, obviamente tentando que a gente consiga uma boa vantagem na primeira. E bom, é isso, estou muito feliz, agradeço
I'll try to get a good advantage in the first race, he says.
aos patrocinadores.
Then we'll try to stay as close as possible for to Juan Manuel Casella.
Para esta carrera, para este fin de semana, ¿cómo te sentís cómodo con justamente el método que
You had to
Sim,
change things in the starting system.
era homologado de uma forma que, pelo visto, não tava certo, né? Uma parte um pouco contrária.
Yeah, our cars were homologated in a way that wasn't anymore,
A gente já superou isso. Eu acho que tem males que vêm
but we've gone through that.
O caso da gente não ter trazido nenhum peso de compensation weight nessa etapa, com certeza nos ajudou. Então,
We have no compensation weight in this round, so
certo por linhas certas, a gente que percebe elas.
we're really happy for that.
Então, bom, tô feliz e amanhã a gente termina.
Hoy la pista estaba seca, mucho sol, calor. Mañana el pronóstico dice que va a estar mojada, mucha lluvia. ¿Cómo te sentís?
We had a dry track today, but tomorrow the forecast says we could have rain.
Chuva, a gente teve bom desempenho. Então, se for essa condição
Well, we worked well.
não vai me atrapalhar. A gente tem bom carro tanto no seco quanto na chuva. Por mais que a previsão tenha chuva amanhã, o tempo aqui tá mudando a toda hora. A gente tinha uma
Well, in the rain.
agora para classificação e tá esse sol e calor. Então, ainda contando que São Pedro possa ajudar e manter seco, porque pro espetáculo é mais legal.
Muchas gracias y felicitaciones.
Gracias.
La palabra de Pedro Cardoso.
Both in dry and wet. So and here we have some of the best actions of the qualifying session. Here is one of the Peugeots of Lionel Pernia. As we watch now of the steps of Lionel Pernia. And that was all, ladies and gentlemen. We will meet again tomorrow. And that was all, ladies and gentlemen. We will meet again tomorrow for race 1 of TCR South America. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.